In this video, I'm going to show you how to detect phishing emails so you don't get scammed. Let's take a look at several emails, starting with this one. It's apparently from wholesale stores. And the first thing that pops out to me is, see how the pointer changes when I hover over this banner? That tells me that this whole thing is a link. And any email also has the unsubscribe text at the bottom with a link that takes you to the site to unsubscribe. You can actually see the download button right here to download this whole image. And if I try to click on here to unsubscribe, it'll actually take me to this website. It's all one thing. This is not even selectable text, it's just an image. Next thing to look at is the email that it's coming from. So hit the little down arrow, and here you can see what email this is coming from. Now this is obviously not wholesale, right? Bunch of gibberish, and they even added Microsoft.com at the very end here. Now that leads me to another question. Why would a email from wholesale stores be coming from Microsoft anyways? That doesn't make any sense. And then I also see a reply to here. So this means that they probably don't have access to this email to receive responses. So they gave an alternative email that they actually have access to. Anytime you see this, it means if you respond to that email, your response is going to this email, not the original one. So this reply to email was also a bunch of gibberish. That doesn't make any sense at all. Now let's take a look at a different email. This one here is pretty obvious. Similar messages were used to steal people's personal information. Avoid clicking links, downloading attachments, or replying with any personal information. And again, if we take a look at this email here, it's a bunch of gibberish that makes no sense at all. This email here is very similar. Again, this whole thing is an image. You can see the download button right there. You have exactly the same scenario here. This whole thing is a link. Now looking again at the email that it comes from, you can actually see this first part might be quite convincing. Shell gas station customer support. You might almost believe that, but it's important to look farther and actually look at the email. This obviously has nothing to do at all with Shell, and again they have a reply to email, which is also a bunch of gibberish. Makes no sense, right? So don't click on these. Going back to the first email, you can see air fryer right here says air_fryer. Anytime you see that, it's a big red flag because they're trying to get around spam filters by using this. So they use an underscore to still make it seem like the real thing. Also here with Microsoft, sometimes they might actually write, instead of M, they might write RN because it looks very similar to M. So you might get confused and think it's Microsoft. Oh, that looks all legit, but it's actually RN Microsoft. So be very careful. Also look through at the body of the email. So zooming in a little bit here. Even if this was text right here, obviously this is not selectable text. So go through it and make sure that there's no obvious typos in the text in the body of the email.